In the previous presentation, we have gone through what is zeros of the polynomial. Zeros of the polynomial means when we are putting that value in the given polynomial, then the value of polynomial becomes 0. The same we are carrying forward in the second exercise of chapter 2 polynomial. We have to find a quadratic polynomial if sum and products are given. Sum and product of its zeros are given. In the second question we are getting this, and in the first question we have to find the zeros of the given quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomials are given to you and we have to find the zeros of the polynomial first, and then we have to verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient of the quadratic polynomial. What we know about quadratic polynomial? The quadratic polynomials are those having degree 2. And if you are considering a quadratic polynomial as ax square plus bx plus c, here we are getting the degree 2. For this reason, this is a quadratic polynomial. And the coefficient of x square you are observing here, it is a, and the coefficient of x we are getting b, and the constant term we are getting c. When you are copying down in the notebook, in the fair notebook, then you should mention this. If you are taking a quadratic polynomial as ax square plus bx plus c, then a is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x, and c is constant term. And if you are taking alpha and beta at the arbitrary constant, alpha, beta, gamma, theta, all these we have the arbitrary constant. Here I am taking the two zeros, alpha and beta. Alpha and beta are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial, this ax square plus bx plus c. Then what happen? If alpha and beta are the zeros of the if alpha and beta are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, then we are able to tell this x minus alpha and x minus beta are the factors of px. If we have any quadratic polynomial and if we have the two solution of this, two zeros of that, then we are able to write the factor of the given polynomial as x minus alpha and x minus beta. And if you are taking this concept, then we are able to make the px. What we have taken as the polynomial px? We have taken the polynomial px as ax square plus bx plus c, and the factors we are getting x minus alpha and x minus beta. And what we know, we are able to find px by multiplying these two factors, x minus alpha and x minus beta. And here I am taking one more value k. Px is equal to k into x minus alpha into x minus beta, and where k is any non-zero real number. This you have to remember. K should be non-zero, because if you are taking 0, then we are getting a zero polynomial. Then px, we have ax square plus bx plus c, and this value is equal to the product of its factors. Then on multiplying by suitable identity, we are getting this k into x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta. If you are using the suitable identities for finding the product of these two, then we are getting x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta. This we have to remember for forming a quadratic polynomial. What we are observing here, if we have to form a quadratic polynomial, then we are writing k into x square, x is the variable here, minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros. K into x square minus sum of 0 into x plus product of zeros. And if you have the values of these two, the sum of 0 you have and the product of zeros we have, then we are able to form a quadratic polynomial. Let us take a question. Here what we have, 1 marks question this is. We have to form a quadratic polynomial whose zeros are -5 and 4. What we know, if we have the sum of zeros and product of 0, then easily we are able to find the quadratic polynomial. But if the zeros are given, then we have to find the sum and product first. Then this question becomes 2 marks question, because we have to find the sum and product first, and then we are putting in the standard form x square minus sum of 0 into x plus product of 0. Then here we are finding the sum, -5 plus 4, we are getting -1, and product of 0, if you are multiplying these two, we are getting -25, 4, 20. And then we have the standard polynomial, quadratic polynomial, k into x square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros. And if you are putting the values of sum and product, and on solving we are getting this x square plus x minus 20 minus 1 into minus, we are getting +1, and 1 into x is x, and plus into minus we are getting -20, then x square plus x minus 20. And if you are substituting the value of k here 1, then this becomes x square plus x minus 20. This is the required quadratic polynomial. We have to find the values of sum of zeros and product of zeros, and then we have to substitute in this form. This form we have to learn, and on substituting, and at last we are putting the value of k in this for getting the exact quadratic polynomial. Let us take one more question. Here I am taking a question. We have to find a quadratic polynomial whose sum of zeros and product of zeros are 0 and √5. This question is different from the last one. This question is of 1 marks because the sum of 0 is given to you, it is 0, and the product of 0 is √5. And if you are substituting in the form, quadratic polynomial form, then what we are getting, here we have sum of zeros, product of 0, required form we are observing here, k into x square minus sum of 0 into x plus product of zeros. And if you are substituting the values of sum of zeros and product of zeros, then we are getting this one. Here we are substituting the value of sum of 0 and product of 0 in the standard polynomial form. Then we are getting 0 into x, we are getting 0. For this reason k into x square plus √5. And if you are taking the value of k as 1, then this polynomial becomes x square plus √5. It is a quadratic polynomial having the sum of 0 as 0 and the product of 0 as √5, x square plus √5. Let us take one more question. If the polynomial is already given, in the first two questions we have to form a quadratic polynomial, and in this question the polynomial is given. 4x square minus 3x minus 1 is given, and we have to find the zeros of this polynomial. Then how will you get the zeros of this polynomial? Simply by making the factors of this. And prime factorization method we know, splitting the middle term we know. By using that concept we have to make the factors of this, and then on equating the factor to 0 we are getting the values of x, means the zeros of this polynomial we are getting. Again I am repeating the same sentence. The value of x is called the zero of the polynomial if the polynomial having variable x. And let us make the prime factors of these. Then we are taking the product. 4x square is written as 4x into x, and the last term we have 1 is written as 1 into 1, then we are taking the product of 4x and 1x, then we are getting 4x and x, and here we need minus 3x. We have to make minus 3x. For this reason we are taking minus 4x plus x. Minus 4x plus x, we are getting minus 3x. And then we know we have to take the common from the first two term. If you are observing the common, then 4x is common here, and on taking 4x common from the first two term, we are getting x minus 1, the remaining portion. And from the last two term, 1 is common, and we are getting 1 into x minus 1. Then again from we are getting two term, and if you are observing these two term, then x minus 1 is common here. And if you are taking x minus 1 common, then from the first term we are getting 4x, and from the second term we are getting 1. Simply by prime factorization method, we are able to find the factors of this polynomial. Here we are getting the two factors, x minus 1 and 4x plus 1 for this polynomial, 4x square minus 3x minus 1. Then if we have to find the zeros of the given polynomial, then we have to equate these factor to 0. Then when we are equating x minus 1 equal to 0, we are getting x equal to 1. And if you are taking 4x plus 1 equal to 0, then we are getting x is equal to minus 1 by 4. Means easily we are able to tell the zeros of this given quadratic polynomials are 1 and minus 1 by 4. We have a quadratic polynomial 4x square minus 3x minus 1, and we are able to find the zeros of this polynomial by making the factors and by equating it to 0. Then we are able to find the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient of a quadratic polynomial. If we have a quadratic polynomial, then if you are taking alpha beta as the zeros of the polynomial and coefficient we are observing, if I am taking a quadratic polynomial as ax square plus bx plus c, then a is coefficient of x square, b is coefficient of x, and c is any constant value. And if we have these values a, b, c, and if we have the zeros as alpha and beta, then we have the relationship between these two. Here we have the relation, if you are adding alpha and beta, means the zeros of the polynomial, the sum of the zeros. Here we are observing the sum of zeros alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a. Minus b upon a means b is the coefficient of x and a is coefficient of x square. b is coefficient of x and a is coefficient of x square in the standard form ax square plus bx plus c. Then the relation between the sum of zeros and the coefficient we are getting, alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a. Then same for the product, the product of zeros alpha into beta is equal to c upon a. C is constant term and a is coefficient of x square. Then we are getting this relation, alpha into beta is equal to c upon a. Sum of zeros alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a, where the product of zeros alpha into beta is c upon a. And if we have these two relation in exercise 2.2, the first question we are getting, and in that question we have to verify this relation, whether the sum of zeros is equal to minus b upon a, means coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square, or not. And these questions are of 3 marks. 1 marks you are getting for finding the zeros first, because a quadratic polynomial is given and we have to find the zeros, means alpha beta we have to find. Then here we have a question, and in this question we have to find the zeros of the given polynomial and then we have to verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient of the polynomial, means between alpha beta and a b c. Then how will you get the zeros of this polynomial? Then again by factorization method. First of all we are getting the factors of these, and on taking common from the first two term and the last two term we are getting s into 2s minus 1, and from the last two term if you are taking root 2 as common, then we are getting root 2 into 2s minus 1. Then from these two term we are observing 2s minus 1 is common, we are taking 2s minus 1 common here, and in the bracket we are getting s minus root 2. We have this quadratic polynomial because the degree is 2 and it has the variable s, means we are getting the values of s, and that two values are alpha and beta. Then how will you get the values? By equating these factors to 0. Then if you are equating 2s minus 1 is equal to 0, we are getting 1 by 2, and if you are equating s minus root 2, then we are getting s equal to under root 2. Means 1 by 2 and root 2 are the two zeros of this quadratic polynomial, means these are the values of alpha and beta. And then now we have to show the relation, because the sum of these two is equal to minus b upon a or not, this we have to check. And if we have the quadratic polynomial, then we are able to tell the values of a, b and c by observing the coefficient of x square, by observing the coefficient of x, and the third one we have c as the constant term. Then here we have the two zeros, 1 by 2 and root 2, and if we have these two zero, now we are doing the verification here. The sum of the zeros, if you are adding 1 by 2 and root 2 on taking LCM, what we are getting? 1 plus 2 root 2 upon 2. And if you are observing the standard equation which is given to you, then this is equal to minus the coefficient of s upon coefficient of s square. Means the value a, b, c if you are writing, then we are getting this value is equal to minus b upon a. Same for the product we have. We have these two 0, 1 by 2 and root 2, and if you are taking the product of these two, root 2 and 2 get cancel out, and we are getting 1 upon root 2, and on rationalization we are getting root 2 upon 2. And root 2 is the constant term in the given polynomial, and 2 is the coefficient of s square in the given polynomial. It means that c upon a. The product of zeros alpha into beta, if you are taking the zeros alpha beta, then the product of 0 we are observing here, this is equal to constant term upon coefficient of s square. Then if we are getting a cubic polynomial, it means that it has three zeros, because in the earlier presentation we have gone through the concept the cubic polynomial intersect the x-axis at 3 points. It means that we are getting three zeros for a cubic polynomial. Here I am taking the zeros as alpha, beta and gamma. These three I am taking as the zeros of the cubic polynomial, and the cubic polynomial I am taking ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, standard cubic polynomial this is. And what we are observing here, a is the coefficient of x square, because the value multiplied with the variable is called the coefficient, and here we are observing a is multiplied with x cube. Then b is coefficient of x square, b multiplied with the variable, x is the variable in this polynomial, and c multiplied with x, and the last constant term we are taking here d. Then for a cubic polynomial, this you have to remember, if the cubic polynomial are of the form ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, then a is coefficient of x cube, b is coefficient of x square, and c is coefficient of x, and d is constant term. And the zeros we are taking as alpha, beta and gamma. Then this is the relationship between the zeros of the cubic polynomial and the coefficient of the cubic polynomial. The sum of the zeros, alpha plus beta plus gamma, this we are getting as minus b upon a, same as the sum of zeros of a quadratic polynomial. But here the b is coefficient of x square and a is coefficient of x cube. Then the product of zeros. If you are multiplying these three zeros, alpha, beta, gamma, means the solution of the cubic polynomial, then that value is equal to minus d upon a, means the constant term upon the coefficient of x square. For the quadratic polynomial, we are getting the product alpha into beta as c upon a, the constant term upon coefficient of x square. Here we are getting similar concept as constant term upon coefficient of x square, and don't forget putting the negative sign there. Now the third one we are getting here, the sum and product of zeros, means we have to take the product of the zeros, and on adding that three values we are getting alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha, and this value is equal to c upon a, means the coefficient of x and coefficient of x cube. For a cubic polynomial, I think now it is clear. If the zeros are alpha, beta and gamma, then sum of zeros is equal to minus b upon a, and the product of zeros is equal to minus d upon a, and the sum and product of the zeros is equal to c upon a. Then in the next presentation we will discuss some more questions on the basis of the zeros of the quadratic polynomial or cubic polynomial. Here I have home assignment for you, and this I am taking from exercise 2.2. Two questions are there. The first question is of 3 marks and the second question is of 1 marks. In the first question, what we have to find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial, and then you have to verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient, zeros and its coefficient. And these questions are of 3 marks. This you have to remember, because 1 marks you are getting for finding the correct zeros of the polynomial, then 2 marks we are getting for verification. 6th part we are getting in the first question. First one, x square minus 2x minus 8 and so on. Solve these questions in the notebook and get the answers of these. Easily you are getting the answers of these questions by using prime factorization method. And in part third, in this part third, what we are observing here, we are getting 6x square minus 3 minus 7x. Then rearrange the term first. When you are making the factorization, then rearrange the term. Easily you will get the factors of this. And the second question we have to form a quadratic polynomial, and in these the sum and product of the zeros are given. The sum and product of the zeros are given to you. And again in question number 2nd, we are getting these 6 part, and in these 6 each part, the first value is the sum of zeros and the next value is the product of zeros. And we know how to form a quadratic polynomial, k into x square minus sum of 0. We are putting the value of sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros. Then we are putting the value of this one. This question is of 1 marks. Sai Ram to all.